Too late. Jory, tell me what you're doing.
So we diagnosed the problem with this vehicle. The water pump is seized up.
So the complaint was it was overheating?
Yeah. So we're gonna get this out of the way, the airbox, get the battery and the battery cover out of the way. Then we gotta pull this pulley out of the way here with a pulley puller, because these two bolts back here, you can't get them out without removing it.
Okay. And that's just pressed onto the cam?
It's just pressed on. So we're gonna get rid of all those things and then
we'll take a look.
Yeah. So we hooked up the pulley puller. And we just started turning here, pushing on the center of the pulley, and that pulls on the edges here, and then it just slowly starts pulling off of the cam.
You're just using a 3-jaw puller?
Yeah. There she goes.
And then how are you going to reinstall that?
There's a tool pulley installer that we have.
Mm.
That we'll take a video of later.
All it is, just an interference fit pulley goes on. And that's the end of that. Super cool. So now, if you look, you got really good access to that water pump now. Nice and easy. And this one is completely gone. Can't even muscle it. Seized solid. So anyways, we'll come back once we're changing that.
Okay, so here on this water pump here, we've taken out all the bolts. We just got the one left up in the top right here. So we'll pull this one out. Use an 8mm for these bolts. And out comes your water pump. That's what she looks like right there. Alright, so we got the new water pump installed right here. Each one of these bolts were called to torque to 13 foot-pounds. So we torqued them all to 13 foot-pounds and got it installed nicely. Next we're gonna put this pulley back on and hook up the belt. Put everything back to how it was before. Fill the coolant and run it.
Awesome. You did something to hold your gasket in place when you put it on. What product did you use?
High tack. I'll show you guys.
It's like a spray paint, eh?
Yeah. This stuff right here keeps the gasket in place so you can kind of line it up without it moving.
Nice. Okay, how are you going to put that pulley back on? Or actually, we'll come back to that.
Alright, so here we installed this stud in here. You get this pulley back on, so you screw that in, then you take your pulley and you put it on there. And you take this piece right here, this threads onto the stud, and it'll slowly pull the pulley in. Just want to get this nut tight here. Just want to make sure everything's looking straight. I'm using a 1-inch socket for this. Just gonna go over it on nice and easy. Make sure everything goes on nice.
How do you know when to stop?
You can kind of see there's marking here for when it's where it was before. So when it gets lined up to that marking, I'm going to stop there.
show them the. So yeah, you're about there, eh?
Mm-hmm. A little more.
Go just a little. But the tool will bottom out too.
And I think that's good there.
Okay.
Just gonna back off the tool here. I'm gonna need to get this socket to back this off.
Should thread out by hand.
Alright, so we got everything back together, and what we did was we bumped the engine a couple times and used a pry bar to get the belt on.
Screwdriver.
So I thought you used a pry bar. Screwdriver.
Screwdriver.
And now I'm just hooking up these lines, the coolant lines back up. I put my battery case back in, get everything bolted back up nicely, and fill it up with coolant, and let it run, bleed the system.
Make sure it doesn't overheat anymore.
Yep.
Yay!
So I got everything back together, got the air filter in here, battery's tied down nicely, everything's hooked back up. Topped up the coolant reservoir, made sure it was all running fine and didn't overheat. And yeah, made sure the problem was solved.
Heater.
Turned on the heat to as high as it could possibly go and made sure heat was coming to the cab. Washed the engine.
Test drove.
And test drove it. And it all worked fine and isn't overheating anymore.
Perfect. Happy customer.